Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Rosie, and this is MCUNA, the show where you, the fans, get to ask your favorite artist anything you want. And today we have Cher Lloyd in our studio. Welcome.
Hello.
She looks beautiful with her bun, by the way.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to ask her how she did that. So remember, all you have to do is go to our Facebook or hashtag MCUNA on our Twitter and just ask anything you want to know about Cher Lloyd. So, how do you love New York?
I like it very much. It's very hectic though, because I come from a very small town. And yeah, just coming here is a bit hectic, and sometimes I'm like, oh.
Like, oh, why are there so many people?
Yeah, I don't really like walking down the street.
Isn't it overwhelming sometimes?
Yeah, and people bump into you and they don't even say sorry.
That is very true. That is the Times Square area.
Yeah, I'm very small, so a gust of wind blows me over.
You are very small.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, do you eat carbs? Your body is amazing.
I eat so much, it's unbelievable.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously?
I literally scoff my face and get away with it.
Is there anything like in the US that you're like, oh, I love this fast food joint and they don't have it in Europe?
I love Fat Burger.
Yes.
What else do I like? In and Out. Anything to do with a burger over here is great.
You have to go to Shake Shack in New York City.
Yeah, I've been told to go there.
You have to go there. They have 3 locations, so you definitely have time. Do you love California or New York more?
Well, I
Be
can't...
truthful.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I can't lie, can I? I can't
No.
lie. I do like LA because it's very laid back.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a bit laid
Doesn't
back.
everybody just like talk like this, and like everything is just like so cool?
Yeah, everything's a bit chilled out, and I kind of like chilled out because I live a very hectic lifestyle.
Would you buy a house in LA?
Probably not.
No?
I'm a UK girl. You can't get me away from the UK that easy.
You definitely are a UK girl, but you probably are going to be rich enough to buy houses everywhere. Yes. All right, we have some icebreakers for you. Okay, are you ready for this? Casual dinner with friends and possible night out. Do you wear high heels or flip-flops? This is you, Cher Lloyd.
Oh, I never wear flip-flops.
Oh.
I'd like to think I'm more glamorous than that.
You are. Look at your shoes right now. Right now, you're giving me a good 3 inches off the ground.
Yeah, these are really low for me.
Really?
Like, I normally wear a lot higher.
On stage, too?
Not on stage.
Oh, okay.
No.
Do you like wedges or do you like heels?
Heels. Like, really thin, really tall heels.
You are a brave woman.
Yeah.
I prefer wedges because they're less likely that it will fall on my face.
But I'm lucky because I'm very lucky. I'm blowing my own trumpet here.
I'm very lucky.
I normally have some lovely security people that I can grab onto like
yes,
this.
absolutely.
So I can still walk like, but I know that they're there to catch me if I fall.
That's a good one because it'll be all over TMZ and all over US Weekly. Okay. Sexier superhero, Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Why?
Because it's all mysterious.
The dark clothes.
Yeah, and that's kind of like me. I like to be a bit mysterious.
That's true, you do.
I don't let too much out.
No, except for today, right?
You were hoping so.
I am. I'm hoping so. We want to get everything out. Okay, so would you rather be really cold with a cute jacket or really hot with awesome sunglasses?
Really hot.
With awesome sunglasses?
Yeah.
I know, being cold is the worst.
I hate being cold. I had a cold like the past 3 days, and it's not good.
Really?
Yeah, I was feeling a bit under the weather. I was in Sweden.
Oh.
So Sweden's kind of cold. So.
Yeah. Wait, did that affect your voice?
Yeah, I was in the studio and I missed my studio time.
Oh.
Which was like, but I still got my work done. I stayed super late on the last night.
Ooh, good for you.
Got it done.
Work ethic.
Yeah.
Loving that. That's why you're a success. Okay, so you have to answer these really, really quickly. Are you ready? Favorite color?
Black.
Favorite ice cream?
Vanilla.
Favorite TV show?
EastEnders.
Favorite cereal?
Crunchy Nut.
Ooh, never had that. Favorite number?
13.
Ooh, why?
It's always been my lucky number.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I auditioned for the X Factor. Or maybe I got my forms through for it on the 13th. Yeah, a lot of things have happened to me on the 13th, and I just love the number 13 because everyone's like, oh, stay away from that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll take that then if you're going to give it a miss.
I love that. Have you met Taylor Swift?
No, but I love her very much. And yeah, I can't reveal a lot right now.
She loves the number 13 as well.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's right. I mean, I feel like you are kind of like the anti-Taylor Swift because you're so like hard and she's like very sweet, you know. But I feel like you guys got a lot in common because she, you know, somebody breaks her heart, she's going to tell everybody about it. And as long as she's going to make $1 million, I feel like you have the same kind of vibe. Not sweetness, because you're, you know.
I'm more like putting my fist up kind of girl.
Yeah, like I got you. Oh, you're going to do this to me? And I'm going to make $1 million. Okay, so we're going to go to the fan questions because we have a whole bunch of fans that love to know anything about you. Remember, all you have to go is go to our Twitter, #MCUNA, or just go to our Facebook page. Now, Cher Swag on Twitter wants to know, will you ever consider writing a book?
Writing a book?
Yeah.
I'm 19 years old. Maybe I'll have to live a little.
She's writing her book now, people. Just wait for it.
I've done a lot in my recent years.
Yes.
But not enough to be writing a book about it.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm done with this whole crazy music thing, and I'm bored and I'm sat at home with my dogs and a couple of kids, then I'll write a book.
Sure. Give her 20 years, people. Stop rushing her. Okay, so will you ever release a clothing line? Because you're very fashionable.
Thank you. That is something that I'd be very interested in. I'd be a bit scared, though, because I try so hard in everything that I do.
Yes.
And I'm not ashamed to say that when someone doesn't like it or they say, oh, well, you know, and they comment on it in a bad, negative way, kind of affects me.
Yeah, no, of course, you're human.
Because I'm only human.
Yes.
And I'd just be a bit frightened that it wouldn't go down very well. But one thing that I would do is, you know, make it cost effective, but not only that, just make the quality good. Because you know, if it's got my name on it,
you
want it to be good. Yeah.
Okay, so you will design clothes. For the buyers that go and buy it, you can't be in the room because you'll get offended if somebody says it looks like crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you should do that because you definitely are fashionable and people do follow you. With the hair, with the, you know, clothes. Okay, we have another question from Marlena. She wants to know if you were to get a tattoo dedicated to your Brats, what would they be? Brats are fans, and I'm sure the fans know. But go ahead.
Well, what would I get dedicated to my Brats? I can clearly state that I wouldn't get the word brat really big because although I do have lots of tattoos, when I am older, I can kind of, you know, explain these.
Absolutely.
But when I'm 50 years old and I'm trying to explain to my children why I have brat, you know, and the music industry has moved on from now, it's going to be very difficult to explain that to them. But I have so many different ideas of what I want to get.
How did Brats come about?
I think the reason it come about is when I was on The X Factor in the UK.
Yes.
Simon Cowell would always call me a brat.
That's true, yeah, you're right, I watched them.
Yeah, I was a bit of a brat.
Why not?
I stomped my feet and I screamed and shouted for what I wanted and what I believed in. And sometimes not necessarily in the right way.
Okay.
Because
I love that you admit your faults.
I do admit my faults. And that's where it came about. And then the fans started calling themselves Brats.
That's awesome.
I really like it because it's kind of just got a good buzz to it.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like a staple.
Attitude, it's
like a stamp.
Yeah, my fans are fearless, and that's what I love about them. They'll just go for something. They'll just get it in their head, and they'll be like, right, this is what I want. I'm going to go get it. And I'd like to think that I
am similar to that.
To that, but also did my part in influencing that to them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A little give and take.
Yeah.
Now, Hudson wants to know, what do you call your guy fans?
My guy fans?
Yeah.
just exactly the same. They're
They're
still
brats
brats.
too, okay? Jeez.
Don't make a difference if you're a boy or a girl. Yeah, the guy fans are kind of funny because they get all shy.
Really? Because I
Yeah.
think they're not really fans. They just have this crush on you.
Oh, I
That's what
don't
it
know.
is.
It's sort of like, can I get a picture with you?
Ooh!
Can I?
Can I?
And it's like,
May I feel your breast? No, I'm just kidding.
I would fear that I would probably give them a good slap for that.
And that's why you're tough and I like that. She
Yeah.
defends herself. Don't ever do that. Okay. Anna asks, what is your favorite song at the moment?
My favourite song at the moment. There is like a British duo,
Okay.
and their songs on the radio right now in the UK.
Yes. So
And
we haven't heard them yet.
I'm so terrible. I forgot the name, but I know that one of their songs is called "Attracting Flies,"
Mm-hmm.
and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. And they've got another song I think called "White Noise." I'm not
I think I've
sure,
heard
but they're so good, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what else they come up with.
Ooh, I love
Yeah.
it. So we have another fan question. Chris from Facebook, he asks, how do you compare your skills from when you first performed on X Factor until now? Your transition.
My transition. I think that I've learned a lot more about myself and what I like to do, other
As opposed to?
than pleasing others. At the very beginning of my career, I did things to please others, and I did things because I thought that people would definitely like what I was doing.
Okay.
But now, I'm kind of on this wavelength of thinking, okay, so people might not necessarily love this, but I'm going to do it for me because I feel that this is my vibe right now.
Yeah.
And that's basically how I transitioned.
You're kind of like just thinking about what you want as opposed to being a people pleaser.
Yeah.
That's growing. I love that. Okay, so let's talk about pre-X Factor. Growing up, how was your town like?
How was my town like?
Yeah.
I lived in a very small town. Everyone knew everyone, which kind of prepared me for what I go through today.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Nothing's a secret. Everything's out in the open. But it was fun, you know. I had a lot of friends, and I went to school with all my friends.
How many siblings?
I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Did you share rooms?
With my 2 sisters.
Oh,
It
God,
was a
you were like
nightmare.
me.
It was
Yes.
a nightmare. We had bunk beds, and my mom shouted at me because I drew all over the bunk beds. And, yeah. I wish I still had those bunk beds, just
Isn't
like the
it amazing,
wood.
though? See, it's just like where you come from. So you didn't grow up wealthy
Oh, no.
because you shared rooms. I also shared rooms.
Definitely.
And now it's a different situation. But who discovered your talent? Did you know you're like singing in the shower or something like I'm gonna have a nice voice, or did your mom say, "Wait a second, you kind of sound like you got something there"?
I don't really know who discovered it. I knew that I enjoyed doing it.
Yes.
And I got a really good feeling from it. Well, actually, quite recently, I was talking to someone about the feeling that you get when you're on stage or you're singing in your bedroom. And it's this certain feeling that you really can't explain.
What is it? Is it like in your stomach?
Oh,
What is it?
It's like a. It's gonna sound really cheesy, but it's like a pure love. Like it's not the way that you love a person,
Yes.
or anything like that. I just think it just really gets your heart going, and you think, oh my god, I love what I'm doing right now, and I wouldn't really want to do anything else. And I think that's the moment where I was like, okay, I think I have something. I think I might go for it.
This is my calling.
Yeah.
That's like you're the happiest you've ever been doing it, and you kind of like crave for that feeling
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah.
So that's how you know what you want to do in life, when you get that feeling. All right, beautiful. I love to hear that. Okay, so you have kind of like a pop star rebel kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not Katy Perry, and it's not like, oh, I want to kill you.
Yeah.
But it's like, here I am. I'm just going to give you all I got. You like it, take it. You don't, I don't care. Where'd you get that confidence from?
I think I go through stages, because sometimes I feel really, really confident, and sometimes I feel like I'm at my lowest, and I think that's what makes me so human. I don't really know where I got that from. It may have been from getting quite a few knockbacks.
Okay.
You know, and being like, oh, okay, so I realise that not everyone's going to like what I do.
Yes.
But I either suck it up and get on with it, or I let it get me down. And I think that's where my attitude of, you know, take me as I am or not all came from.
So when you went to X Factor for the first time, didn't make it, and then the second time you did,
Yeah.
why did you go back?
I've always had this attitude of, like, I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
I won't quit. You know, I'll do this till it kills me. I'm not going to quit. And that's with everything, you know. If I really want to work with someone, I'll keep on at it until I get to work with that person, because I just do not give up. And it's not, I would never say that it's because someone's weak. It's not that. It's the willpower that I have, and the determination to get to the next step. I've always created a visual of my, you know, my career as like a ladder.
Yes.
And there's so many different steps that I have to take. But I'll never get to the top of that ladder because you don't know what the top is.
Ooh, I like it.
So
you're always trying to improve that.
Oh, definitely.
And climb the ladder. You're never going to sit there and say, oh, I'm here.
No. I'll never get to that point because there's so much more you can do.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so we have some more fan questions coming from Facebook and Twitter. So let's see what they want to know. Love wants to know, what's your funniest high school memory and what's the most trouble you've gotten into? Yes, just spit it out.
Let's just say science was a difficult lesson for me because it was a Bunsen burner.
When you start off a sentence like that, go ahead.
I'll just say that I was never allowed to go near the Bunsen burner again.
So, her chemistry career died right there.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, and Melissa wants to know, if you could change one thing in the past, what would it be? Ooh, do you have any regrets?
Of course, you know, people have regrets, but I don't necessarily feel that it's something that I'd like to go back and correct. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but I wouldn't be here today. But I think the one thing that I'd go back and change is, you know, losing loved ones.
Oh,
you know, if you could go back and, you know, erase that part and still have them here, then of course you'd do it.
Absolutely.
But of course, everything happens for a reason, and I feel that God takes the best ones.
I know, I agree.
Oh.
Grandma, I miss you. Okay, so Tina wants to know, do you have a catchphrase or something that you say a lot?
Not something that I'd like to say on camera.
Because I know when there's awkward moments, you say, pigeon.
Oh yeah, I do that. Not so much recently though. I don't really know why I started that off. I think it's because like I sat in interviews and sometimes I get asked these really personal questions and I'm like, how can I defer this?
Yeah.
And I get stuck because my heart's racing and I'm thinking I'm not going to get out of this. I'm just going to answer it. So if I go pigeons, and then they're like, why did you say that? And then it's like their brain is completely gone onto the pigeon thing.
And you're like, oh, did you forget your question? Good.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, now Vanessa wants to know, what was your dream job when you were a kid?
Well, obviously to be a superstar singer.
Obviously, people.
Which many people told me was completely out of the question.
Really? Like who?
Just a lot of people. Not so much haters, but realists.
Oh,
people that were like...
AKA
people that
haters.
People that were like, come on, you know, you need a plan B. And I was always like, I don't have a plan B because I don't need one. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, awesome.
But I had many different ideas as a child.
Tell me.
On how I wanted to work at a zoo.
What's your favorite animal?
I love monkeys.
Me too! That's my favorite animal. They're unpredictable.
I also have a thing with snakes.
Oh, no.
I absolutely love snakes.
Really?
And spiders, too.
No! Afraid. Why?
I don't know. I've always been attracted to them. I had 2 snakes when I was growing up. One was called Brittany and one was called Eminem.
I love it. One very sweet person and one very rebellious one.
And we had 2 Rottweilers, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So your house was awesome then, full of animals.
Nobody wanted to come in. Friends would never want to come
Are
around.
they the scary ones that you go in and they want to bite your leg off?
Not so much, because I think it's the way you raise a dog. You know, because if you say Rottweiler, people
pictures.
necessarily think, oh, bulldog, I've got bulldogs.
Oh.
And people are like, oh.
Scary.
And it's like, no, it's the way you bring them up.
So you would never be that girl with the little dog in your purse?
No, not really. My dogs give me great cuddles, though. Even though they're, like, massive and the teeth stick out on his right. But they give me great cuddles.
That's awesome. Okay, we have another fan question. Justin wants to know, will your next album feature pop, rap, or ballad songs?
I don't want to give too much away.
Just give a little bit.
Okay, there'll be hints of possibly both.
Both. Rap, pop, ballads?
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole mixture of stuff. I've always been very keen on experimenting. But I wanted to tap into the singing a bit more, so I think I've done that.
I know. How are you so confident rapping? I love it.
I think of it as a joke.
Really?
Yes, complete joke.
You're kidding me.
No, honestly.
Because I believe you.
I rap... in some of my songs I rap about Mr. Bean, and it's just crazy stuff, because I feel that it's light-hearted, and I'm not a gangster rapper. Look at me.
Are you sure?
I'm really not.
Look, you released Sticks and Stones 2 years ago in the UK,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, can we talk about Swagger Jagger? Because I'm in love with that song.
Oh, really?
I am! Honestly, you're not going to release it in US? No. Oh, my God, I want to cry. I cried inside right now. I mean, it's so much fun. Are you kidding me?
I think, yeah, it is fun. I mean, when I perform it on stage, it's a lot of fun. But I think the thing with being an artist and having your music out 2 years ago...
Yes.
And knowing how many times you've gone on stage, performed the same song over and over again, sometimes you connect these different experiences with your song.
Oh.
And it's really weird, and you just go through so many things, and yeah, it just gets stuck to the song.
So do you feel like when you hear that song now, to perform it now, you're like, no, ew, been there, done that, get off,
like,
stop.
I don't really want to do it, but then the fans love it, so I've got to do it, and it's like... Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship with me and that song.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you hate any of your songs?
No.
No, you love them.
Oh, definitely not. You know, I put a lot of hard work into those songs. I think many people don't understand how much goes into writing and recording one song.
Coming here with the same album when you were so successful in the UK?
When
You're
I
starting
found
all
out,
over.
when I found out that we were going to be using that album, I am going to be so truthful right now. I flipped out.
Really? What did you
was
say? Like, I'm your manager. Like, you know, we're going to go and we're going to release Sticks and Stones in the US. What did you say?
I was kind of like, I've been there, done that.
So what? It was a hit already. It's not a big deal. We're just going to do it again. We're just going to do it in America now. They'll eat it up.
You got to think, though, like, how much does one person learn in 1 year?
Especially going from A to Z.
And I just, you know, I thought to myself, I just really want to get back in the studio and create some new stuff with all that I've learned. Yeah. But then I sat back and I realised that, hey, it's a great album. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I'm proud of that album. So just go ahead, get it out. I want them to have it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I remember having a music meeting when Want You Back came out. And it was like 25 people in a room. And we usually play songs and, you know, grade them or whatever, say, oh, I love that, I love it. I've never seen a room that was so split. They were like, oh, it's strange. Oh, it's weird. Oh, I love it. Oh, it tells a story. Oh, it was so many different opinions. Did you get the same reaction everywhere?
Yeah, I tend to split opinions, which is exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I'm not in the music industry to have everyone love me and be like, oh, please just love me. I'm desperate, love me, love me. It's more like, okay, so I'm going to do what I want to do. You know, if you like it, I'm over the moon. Thank you so much. Like, I appreciate it. And if you don't, that's fine. There's so many different artists out there for you to choose from.
Absolutely. Look, we don't have a ton of time, so let's grab some more fan questions, okay? Tori wants to know, what was it like working with Demi Lovato?
I actually met Demi when I did the X Factor USA. I went and performed on it.
Yes.
And, she invited me into her dressing room. We had a lovely conversation.
Nice.
She's just the nicest girl.
She is.
She really is. And she's so down to earth. And, you know, it's not very often that you feel that you can speak to...
Freely.
Yeah, to other artists. It's very difficult because sometimes there can be a wall.
And egos.
With Demi, there's no wall, there's no ego.
Love that.
It's just she's straight talking.
Yeah.
Kind of like me in a way. You know, she
Yes.
says what she wants to say,
Yeah.
and she's very strong. She's a very strong girl. And I think that's what made me really want to work with her.
Oh, I love
And the
that.
song is great.
Yes!
Oh, I love
my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so Cal wants to know, you've collaborated with several artists over the past couple years, so who's been your favorite to work with?
Who's been my favourite to work with? Mike Posner.
Killer song.
I really, really like him.
Killer song.
He was just really nice, and I was so nervous about meeting him, and I was really nervous about working with him. And then as soon as I walked in, he just made it all easy.
Isn't that
He was
funny?
just
'Cause
really
you're so
friendly
cute.
and just...
I can't even picture you nervous. I really
Oh,
can't.
I get so nervous.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any situation you went before you go on stage that you're like, I am not going to be able to do this?
When we did Madison Square Garden, just before I went out,
Yeah.
I turned my back to the stage, and I was
saw the crowd?
looking up, and I was thinking, please God, please get me through this one, because I just felt like I was going to go on stage and just go and look up and be like, there's so many people and I'm here.
It's true. If you get to perform there, you've made it. Like, you
I
know
don't
you
know.
made it. Of course.
No, it was one song, and you know, I was very grateful for being there. But I know I ain't made it. I know I haven't made it yet.
I love her for that. Okay, so Lucre wants to know, do you know any words in Spanish?
I can't say I do. No, I'm so rubbish with different languages.
Oh, no worries.
I can barely do my own.
Okay, so I'm going to teach you. Hola, mi nombre es. Hi, my name is. Hola,
Hola,
mi nombre es.
mi nombre es
Cher Lloyd.
Cher Lloyd.
¿Cómo están?
Come what?
¿Cómo están?
Come West Ham.
How are
Sounds
you?
like
That's
something
it.
like West Ham. Come on, West Ham. No,
Listen,
no,
¿Cómo
Spurs.
están? It's just,
Spurs.
you know, you're going to be performing everywhere. You're going to have to pick something up. And
Yeah.
just don't worry about it. Just
I'll try.
You will.
Yeah, I always have a good try at it.
All right, Erin wants to know, do you miss your blue hair? Yeah, I did see you with your blue
Oh,
hair.
can I just say,
Tell me the story.
the thing with the blue hair, although it was cool for a second,
It was.
it was an absolute nightmare with my bedding.
You would wake up with blue pillows.
Yeah, my towels.
Okay. Your showers?
Yeah, everywhere. I'd literally be blue. Just
so
like-
it
just
wasn't
blue.
dye? What kind of...
Yeah, it was dye.
And then it would come out?
Yeah, because it would fade. So it'd just all be constantly coming out.
That is
And like if I got it wet at all, like if it was raining, I'd have blue come down my face, and it's not attractive. And I
It's
feel
not.
like people were staring at me more so than how they normally do.
You're like
Like
this-
the older generation.
the older generation.
I think they were like that.
Stop it.
Yeah, a
You're a
bit.
bad influence.
Yeah.
Do you have any fashion advice for our viewers?
Fashion advice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean tips and tricks or?
Or, you know, what if they want to dye their hair pink? Should they do it? Or what if their mom won't let them?
I think from my experiences growing up, I feel that when your mother says don't do something,
Yeah.
it is definitely for a good reason.
Yes.
And just a little tip for you. If you agree with your mother always and do as she says, she'll be a lot more lenient in the long run.
Did you always listen to your mom?
Yes, I did. No, honestly, I did.
That's awesome.
And, you know, as the years went on, she'd be a lot more lenient. And she'd be like, okay, I respect the fact that you have listened to what I have said. And then when I got to 16, she was like, okay, so you've been asking me if you want a tattoo. I'm glad you haven't gone behind my back, and I'm going to take you.
That is advice, and take it, people. You see? Play the yes game, and she'll let you do whatever you want.
But you still have to do as she says. You don't just say yes, okay, and then not do it. You have to do it.
Follow through. So, you've got a modeling career as well.
Well, kind of.
Kind of? Well, now
Yeah,
you're a pop
kinda.
star. You're doing both, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I wish I was taller,
Me too.
because it would help a lot.
How tall are you?
I don't know.
5'1"?
5 foot nothing.
5'0" I'm 5'1", so I'm taller, obviously.
Okay.
I want to talk about your evolution. Because
Mm-hmm.
watching your videos from then to now, it's like you were Barbie pop star,
Mm-hmm.
and then now you're fabulous and refined. I don't know. I feel like your style's more chic.
Yeah, I mean, I went through a stage of wearing trainers,
Yes.
which are sneakers.
Yes.
And really baggy trousers and these little crop tops. And I did think I was a little gangster. I honestly believed that
No,
I was a little
stop.
G, and I was like, and then, yeah, as I got a little bit older, I thought, do you know what, this isn't for me, and I just want to be a bit more sophisticated, a bit more grown up.
Do you feel like stylists were influencing you in the beginning, and now it's more you
Yeah.
speaking
Yeah.
with your fashion?
You worded that brilliantly,
Oh, thank
because
you.
then it's not me saying, they did it all to me. Wasn't
No,
my
because
fault.
obviously in the beginning, if you're involved with a show like that,
Yeah.
people are like telling you what to do, what to
Oh,
wear, how to wear your hair,
definitely.
you
Yeah.
know, what people want, and you're confused because you're like, I just want to sing, you know,
Yeah.
whatever,
It
you know,
was
do
very
whatever you
difficult.
want to me.
Yeah, it was very difficult because, you know, when you're on a TV show and you don't really understand what's going on around you, and
Yeah.
there's clothes flying everywhere, and there's so many
Free
different
clothes.
people, yeah, and people are dressing you
Yeah.
5 seconds before you have to go on stage.
Did you even look in the mirror?
Half the time, no. I just wanted to sing, as you said, and I was more concerned about the fact whether, you know, I'd get my routine right and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then when I used to look back on the pictures, I'd be like, wow.
What the? Did I not look in the mirror?
It kills me to see old pictures of myself because I'm
Really?
like, that is a completely different girl.
That's so funny. Okay, we have last questions from the fans. Okay, Deja wants to know, what's the best gift you've ever gotten from fans?
The best gift I've ever gotten from fans. I'd say the books that they put together for me.
Oh, that's sweet. Is it with pictures?
Yeah,
or-
full of pictures. I love pictures. I've just got a thing with collecting photographs and stuff
memories.
like that.
I
yeah.
feel like you do, because
Yeah.
we asked you earlier if your house was burning down, what would you say? You said a photo album.
Yeah.
Totally. Thank you so much, Cher, for
Thank you.
sharing your life with me and them, your brats.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go, I want you to sign the couch.
Yes.
And thank you so much for answering everybody's questions. It was such a pleasure to have you, and I hope you enjoy New York. And I love your album, and I cannot wait to hear your new one, too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
say bye to your brats.
Bye. All right.
Sign it some